We see them everywhere. We see them on jackets, bags, keychains, hats, cars, and everything else. They can be colorful and extravagant or simple and plain. Everyone has one, and everyone's is unique to themselves. It's a monogram. How many of you have one on something? I found an article on monograms on wikipedia.com written in 2016 that a monogram is 2 or more letters from a name making up a symbol. Companies give products a monogram as a recognizable symbol for consumers. Monograms have been around for thousands of years. The earliest known monogram is dated in 350 BC. I researched on Sazzle.com, an online encyclopedia article on monograms, wrote in 2017 that Greeks would monogram coins with the symbol of their cities. A 2-symbol monogram was used. Royals would monogram castles and jewelry. Shipping companies in the 1600s would monogram property businesses like ships and cannons and shipping ports. Well, here's a picture of a monogram in the 1600s that was located at New Hope Cot. Today, we use a 3-symbol monogram. The first thing we put them on, the initials we put on clothing, purses, vehicles, etc. Companies and colleges use a 2-symbol monogram. An example that everyone knows is UK, which stands for University of Kentucky. When we see the UK, we know it stands for University of Kentucky. Another major company that uses a monogram symbol is HP, which stands for Hewlett Packard, an electronic company. What does the initial monogram consist of? It consists of initial monogram goes in the order of your first initial first, your last initial for the middle, and your middle initial for the last. And monograms can be manipulated into many sizes and fonts and shapes. They can be cursive writing, blocked writing, in circles, arched, and they can be put into numerous of the designs. Here's a turtle and another design. The first step you need to decide is what you want to put the monogram on. Your material you're going to be using. My material I'm going to be using is vinyl because it is easy to put on anything other than clothing, or you can use the iron-on, which is meant for clothing, or you can use cardstock for cards. For my monogram, I'm going to be using my Cricut Air design on my Cricut design space. After you decide your collar, the size, you want to make sure you measure to make sure your monogram is not too small or too big for what you're going to be putting it on. Now that we've learned about a monogram, pick your style, we're going to be moving to cutting the monogram out. My monogram order will be B, H, A. The B is the first name, the H is the last, and the A is the middle. The first step you need to do on your Cricut design space is to add in your words, which by adding the text, you type it in, and then you repeat. We're going to move on to doing the font. I already have the B, so you're going to click on the next one. Edit, System Fonts, now we're going to move on to doing your size. I'm going to make the middle one, straighten it up, make it bigger. If you wanted to edit the size, you would just click on it, come down to your edit, height, that's 0.99, that height is 0.99, so they're both the same. make sure, if you want for your monogram, make sure your middle initial, being the last name, is bigger. Now I'm going to highlight all three to make it a solid cut. Go to layers, hit attach, and then weld. At this point, your material that you're going to be cutting should be placed on your mat. I'm going to load it. You're going to hit the green circle with the C on it. You're going to preview your cut. Hit go. This C, when it starts to flash, you're going to press it. And it's going to start cutting. When it's done, this arrow button will flash. You'll be ejecting that. Your monogram is done. You'll peel it off. And there you go. So today we learned about a monogram is and how to make one using the Cricut Air Explorer. You can now know that a successful design and cut out a vinyl monogram. Think of the possibilities.